just heard my phone go off. Okay. Standing. Sitting. Hello, good to have you with us on Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. Tonight we are in our 21st season of Red Barn Radio, and we welcome you to show number 781. Yeah. Our guest band this week is Bedford. Fully embracing their Eastern Kentucky roots, Bedford is four talented and enthusiastic musicians ready to ride the crazy rock and roll train to the top of the mountain. The 70s influences of this young band are palpable. Think Humble Pie, Free, and the most obvious of all, brothers Greg and Dwayne Amon. Welcome, Bedford, to Red Barn Radio.
Thank you for having us. This next song, her first song, is called Matter of Time. So long, it's hard to think, it's hard to stay awake. I cut my teeth, want a razor, I want my break for too long. Sometimes I think maybe it's mine to take. Well, it's gonna take me first, but soon I'm gonna get what's mine. Oh, soon. Oh, it's just a matter of time. Woo. Chance to get out of this life that I've built on a pretty lie with someone else. Patterns I can't see that make me what I am. It's at a place for much longer than me.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Bedford released their first album in 2018, followed by another in 2019, and instead of shutting down like the rest of the world in 2021, the band dug in their heels and wrote a slew of songs for a forthcoming self-titled album. And you know this, there's going to be a lot of ears on this album. We're talking rock and roll heaven tonight, folks. You're going to love how these guys sing. You're going to love how they play. Bedford is Colby Swinney, Tristan Frazier, Trevor St. John, and Sam May. Bedford.
This next one is a song called Don't Lie to Me. I always kind of joke, my family takes a big fishing trip every year, and they invited our friend Keith instead one time. I get it, they're just hanging out as buddies. Anyways, while they're going to fish, I write a song called Don't Lie to Me. It's the wrong song.
You ain't walking in my shoes, and I've got so much to prove.
what you want? Do you even have a limit? Is there even a point? Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. 'Cause what's lying in store and what's lying in the past doesn't compare to what's lying inside of us. And I don't trust the cold-hearted people. No, they never get to feel the love.
Thank you. The song was called Don't Lie to Me. This next song is called Jump Into the Sun off of our last album, A Trip Into the Sun.
It is?
Yes,
That's right.
it is
Factual
actually.
information. See, you know it. That's right.
Well, I remember hearing about a man on the moon. Old Neil was tired, he had nothing he could lose. Rich man decided, hey, let's send him high. But if old Neil misses, he will surely die. He's gonna jump into the sun. He's gonna spark into a light. They don't put matches on his shuttle, baby. But old Neil's gotta smoke his pipe. He's gonna jump into the sun. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Well, now I recall that Lukey was looking for a deal. Needed something hotter than his ordinary pill. He found the box top tricks with the star on top of it. Kissed the one who wasn't on the lips. He's gonna jump into the sun. That's right, making love on through the night. On a trip around the moon, baby. Said in the morning you'll feel alright, feel alright. Just jump into the sun. That's right, just jump into the sun. Come on, just jump into the sun. Ooh, jump into the sun. I remember when I Thank you very much. Well, thank you.
What?
So, thank you.
Oh,
Trying to put a little Elvis into it.
I heard that was an Elvis song at one point.
I could see him doing a mean cover.
I can see Elvis. You know, he's still out there.
He could cover it.
He's still out there.
There's somewhere in
What
there.
about Austin
out there
Butler
somewhere.
could? He's basically Elvis now.
What about Pelvis? Pelvis Esley. Okay.
All right.
This next one is called "You Can Leave," and it's a pretty self-explanatory song. But what we like to say is when we play this one out, you know, after we play, we announce it. And it's like it's called "You Can Leave" because if you didn't like it, you could leave.
Sassy.
You can leave. I won't stop you. Take what you want, so that you'll know it's true. But if you want, I would have you stay, and we'll talk about your judgment away. You can stay or you can go. I won't beg, but I'll still hold. You can leave. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk. 'Cause there's something in the corner of my mind that tells me you won't leave, you won't go, you won't tell me about this time. it's alright. It's alright. Oh, no, it's alright. 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 It's I guess it's time to say good.
Thank you so much.
This next song is a newer one, kind of new old. We've rewritten it maybe twice, right? Something like that.
I mean, this one goes back to like, it just didn't make the record the first time. Wasn't
Yeah,
very good.
It didn't make Trippin' to the Sun. We're going to try to make it on the self-titled new one.
That's right.
It's called My Lovin'. Yeah. I'm working every day to get out every night. Try to find my escape so I can get to feeling right. So I called up my friend from the other end of town. Said I need my little baby with her hair so brown. She said I got just what you need. You can have it for the night, but it's gonna cost you everything. My loving ain't free. My loving ain't free. Now I'm all alone. She left me on the side of the road. Think I need an escape before I explode. So I called up my friend from the other end of town. Said I need my prescription. You got anything around? Picked up a cab. I got what I needed. I headed back home 'cause I'm loving is free. My
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. You guys having a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Getting sweaty.
Yeah, well, it's looking good up there. Sounds great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's so good to have you guys on the program. Been hearing about you guys for a while, and it was so cool that we were able to put this together quickly.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, man. All right. So let's say you're writing a book now about Bedford. Let's go back as far as we can to start that book. What's chapter 1?
Well, chapter 1 of Bedford is a band that we started in 7th grade called Truancy.
Huh?
Yep.
That me, Trevor, and Tristan started together in 7th grade called Truancy because we skipped so much class. And so we've been together for 12, 13 years playing music. But
Was that here in Lexington? Is that where you've been together?
Mount Sterling.
And
We were
Mount
all-
Sterling.
Yeah,
okay.
raised in Montgomery County, Mount Sterling.
Okay.
And, we got into college. Actually, we got into junior year and started Bedford and Company
Yes.
as like an indie rock band, like Mumford and Sons kind of thing.
Now
you
we're
know?
in junior year of high school.
Yeah, junior year of high school.
And this
around-
is just chapter 1.
yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay. All right.
And then we got into college and met Colby. This is probably chapter 2, I'd say.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, chapter 2 is we met Colby, and then we became kind of like a rock band, and here we are. You know? Yeah,
Kinda.
kinda.
We were kinda a rock band.
We're
for a while.
close.
Now we're really a rock band.
Well, this is a short story, not a book.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's go back before 7th grade for some of you guys. You can each sort of tell your story about sort of how music got into your brain and into your fingers. Who wants to start? Do you want to start us off, Colby? Colby Swinney, who's playing the guitar here, played that nice slide guitar.
Yeah. Where to begin?
Yeah, where to begin? How little were you when your parents said, "Geez, this kid's really into rock"?
It was probably actually not till my junior year of high school. I mean, I'd, been in, like traditional band all, through school and everything, but, I didn't really think anything of it until probably about my junior year of high school. And then I picked up guitar and I was like, you know what, I really, really love doing this. And, from there on, at first it was rocky, when someone says, I want to play rock and roll for the rest of my life, the first impression usually, nah. But, after time went on, and especially when I met these guys, that sort of became basically accepted because he's going to do what he's going to do.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I was like I said, I was in high school and everything, and really started discovering music at more than just face value. Like what you hear on the radio, usually we hear it face value and everything, and it comes and goes. But pretty much, I got hooked on the Chili Peppers really hard. Like every single album by them, I learned at one point, and I still am a crazy devout follower of them.
In
But
the early stages of us being a band, like that's all he would play on the aux cord is Chili
well,
Peppers.
yeah, that's all I would
all
play
you
in my
would
car.
play.
That's all I knew.
Yeah.
But
We
eventually,
listened to Stadium Arcadium probably 100 times together.
yeah.
You don't need to make a case for Red Hot Chili Peppers,
No.
but I am curious to know, what is it that really got inside you with their music?
High school is like a turbulent, I guess, age, kind of age range. Things go sideways south real quick. And, I was in like one of those down moments. And for some reason, like, that was the first time I remember hearing Under the Bridge. And I was like, wow, this is just absolutely insane. And like, it just pretty much pulled me right out of it. And I was like, all right, we'll turn that frown upside down.
Yeah.
And, we'll start really digging in. And really just, I was like, seeing beauty in every single, piece of music they put out, except maybe the super, super, super early stuff.
They'd probably love to hear that story.
Yeah. I
Were
love
you?
them.
Were you? Yeah. Were you? Did you feel like you were at a point where you were kind of in trouble?
Yeah, and is really is I guess the cliche thing almost I could say is like the saving grace of it, you know.
Yeah.
But no, absolutely. And I started on bass, and so I looked really up to Flea and everything. I actually joined this band as a bass player.
Oh, you did. So
he joined us.
so at first it was a one. Were you a double bass band, or did you have two basses in the band?
Oh no,
No, we had a bass player, but he went to college in Louisville, and we were all in Moorhead. So we were like, all right, we need a bass player. Then we got him, and he was like, I also play guitar, actually better than I play bass. And then they threw me on bass because I'm the worst guitar player.
Ah, Sam.
Don't put yourself down
Well, no,
like that,
I'm not putting
Bubbercat.
myself down. It's just the truth. You guys are a lot better than me.
Well, that's a high bar. These guys.
yeah.
Buddy,
Yeah.
I just move my hips. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I do the lawnmower.
Yeah.
That's very nice. That's a good thing. That's a good thing
It's a
for the band.
talent in
Hey,
itself.
Sam, tell your story. So yeah, when sort of music became real for you, you know,
What
Colby
gave
was just
me-
saying he saw it beyond face value. You know, he saw something deeper there, more meaningful.
What gave me like the bug for music
Yeah.
was Rock Band and Guitar Hero and stuff like that. Like that gave me the bug, dude. When I was 8 years old, that was the stuff. Guitar Hero, all of those songs on there were they were like magnets to my little kid brain. And then I think I started taking it seriously around age 15 or 16. Like, I don't know, something like that.
What does that mean, taking it seriously?
Picking up a guitar and like
Practicing.
and wanting to play and gig, you know. Yeah, that's about 15 or 16. I just, for some reason in my brain, it was just like, you got to do this.
So did you have anything else going on in your life at 15, 16 years old that you were really passionate about, that you gave your time to, that guitar playing competed with?
No, not really.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe smoking weed. I don't know.
Okay, sure. Like
Maybe that. That's
Yeah.
about all the passion I had.
Yeah. And then when you actually dug in and
They
started
complimented
practicing.
each other. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
sure,
just
they
joking.
can.
Kids, not an advocate.
Family program.
Yeah, family program.
No, so did you ever have trouble practicing, or was it just like automatic? You just
I
got
was in,
swallowed up by it.
I played trumpet since I was in 6th grade. And so I knew how to read music. I
Well, that's
was
a
already
gift.
practicing. I knew how to practice was the big thing. And so I just picked up a guitar 15 or 16 and just kind of transferred my knowledge of practicing trumpet onto that.
Who is it that gave you that incredible gift of learning how to read music and especially learning how to practice? Is there a teacher?
A very good teacher called Hobart Bowling.
From Mount
Mr.
Sterling?
Bowling. Yeah, from Mount Sterling. He was such a cool guy. Tristan had him.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, we all had him for band except for Colby. Didn't go to school with us, but he was a pretty big influence on me personally.
Mentor?
Yeah, good mentor. And he played bass in a band when he was like 19 to 20 something. So
Stay in touch with him?
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yes. Yeah. He
All
knows what
right.
We're all doing. I need to message him because
You
I need to
do.
reconnect.
Hey, stay in touch with him, because that's the best thing that a teacher can hear, right?
Yeah.
Is that somebody she worked with as a little kid is now in adulthood loving music. You
Yeah.
know?
No, he really seeded a really deep-seated passion for it in me personally. I don't know
I
about
would
you
say
guys.
all of us.
I mean, he just-
us three. Yeah.
He taught us that it could be fun and also be like you could make it a career.
Hmm.
You know, because he was in military bands, just
Ah.
jazz bands throughout
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. Yeah, cool guy, real cool guy.
He sounds like it. He sounds like it. I'm going to go back to Tristan, who's playing drums back there. Tristan, so this teacher, did he also influence you as a percussionist?
Definitely.
Yeah, talk about that.
Definitely. I just enjoyed band, like just learning how to be in a band and learning like how to read music, but also how to like, you know, he would always talk about like if you've got 1 through 10, you know, 1 is what key am I in, 2 is what's the time signature, and 10 is what are the dynamics, what's the feel of this song. And it was always fun to me to like look at music as like you level it up. You know, I got to stay in time. I got to play it good the first time, and then you can keep playing it and you like learn more things about it, how to serve it better each time. I fell in love with that 6th grade, like basically with, you know, within being in band probably a couple months, I was like, okay, this is cool.
That's the best thing a drummer can know is about that dynamics. The drummers who don't.
Well, I probably
make
don't
good
do that the
bandmates.
best in this band, but you know, I know how. I'm defiant about it. It's rock and roll, you know. You can't play these songs too quiet, you know. You kind of like, then you're all pterodactyl arms tapping, you know. Like,
Well, I mean, let's not mistake volume for dynamics, right? I mean, you can still create some cool dynamics.
That's true.
Playing loud, which you're doing as
Yep.
far as I can see.
thank you.
Yeah, and so was it marching band?
Was never really in marching band. I was a football player, so I didn't really have time for that. So I was doing football the whole time and band up until about junior year of high school. Until I was like, all right, I'm too small. You know, like I just can't.
Yeah, right.
I'm just not gonna be able to do good at that. So I gave up, and then I tried to march, but I just like then we started gigging, so I wouldn't go to the rehearsals. So I never learned the like. I learned how to play the the like snare part, but I didn't know how to walk it, and so I would just sit in the stands and play it, and they'd just be like, "Good job, guys." So that was cool senior year, half in marching band,
All right. What position did you play in football?
middle linebacker.
Oh,
It
nice.
was fun.
You would be a small middle linebacker.
Yeah, it was fun. Like middle school, team captain. Freshman year, team captain. Junior varsity, team captain. Varsity, no chance. Not even close. I was like, I'm benching 250, and like the freshman's benching 280, 300 behind me, and it's like,
Yeah, right.
dude, it's not gonna happen.
Huh.
That's just not gonna happen. But
Well.
it was fun while it lasted. I still enjoy it.
Thanks. Hey, Trevor, how about your story about how music got inside of you?
So, sitting in the basement when I was just a baby, my dad just started playing the guitar for me, and he said I looked at him with these big brown eyes. Whether it started there or not, I have no idea.
True story.
That's the
But I'm
legend.
sure I was like, And then in 4th grade, when I was 10, I learned the national anthem from my cousin, Chris Miller, and I learned it in a night and then played it at STLP on the mornings. Just once.
STLP?
Yeah. I'm not even sure what it stands for.
But is it like a morning news show at your school?
Yes, yeah. They broadcasted it with 4th graders every morning, and got housekeeping done.
Oh, come on.
It was super cool. They were computers were at that point were getting more advanced.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Everything was. It was really kind of cool to get to see some news from your classmates. And after I did the national anthem there, I was just kind of like, this is super cool, and got into AC/DC, and I looked up to a lot of rockers. In the back room, I listened to Nevermind, and I always thought that it just had this like cool sound to it.
It did have
Kind of
a cool
mysterious
sound to
or something. I don't know. Sounds great, but. And then in 6th grade, I went to a dance and went home with Tristan after it, and
We
he
went
was
to the
like,
dance together. No, I'm just-
it. Yeah, that's all right. Well, that's okay.
we went home together.
I
in
never
6th
heard this
grade.
part of the story.
And he was like, yeah, I got a drum set. And I was like, bro, I play guitar. And then it was kind of like, okay. And then we had a talent show, and we asked Sam to play Seven Nation Army with us.
Yep.
And
The rest
then,
is history.
jump forward past the jazz band and stuff. I was sitting in class one day, and my friend Caitlin was like, you ever thought about being a musician? And I was like, oh my gosh, why did I never think of that? Here I am putting in a lot of hours into music. I'm like, that's genius. And from that point forward, I was just kind of like, yeah, a musician. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
And
You made the right choice.
yeah, I love playing. I love being with the guys.
I can tell.
And now we're here and we're hanging out and we're looking forward to the future.
All right.
I
Well, you
love
should
being
be.
with you.
Well, let's get back to some music, folks. I'm talking to Bedford. These guys are with us here tonight on on Red Barn Radio. Let's get back to music now. Bedford.
All right.
Hello.
Well, hello, everybody. We're back. This next song is kind of a new old one. We rewrote this, an old one of ours. It's called Mr. Man. It's about the man, if you know what I'm talking about.
The man.
Won't you let me know about them people outside your door? Will you give them shelter? I'd hide them from the storm. Mr. Man, don't make me go down that road, 'cause I don't want to leave. Stay right here. Won't you let me know if I am outside your door? Would you give me shelter to hide me, Mr. Man? Don't make me go down that road, 'cause I don't wanna leave. Stay right here. Mr. Man, don't make me go. Don't make me go down that road you own. Mr. Man, don't make me go. Don't make me go down that road you own. Mr. Man, don't make me, don't make me, oh, don't make me go, don't make me go, go, go. Down that road.
Thank you. Cameras and everybody.
This next song we're going to do is one that Trevor wrote, but he was gracious enough to let me sing it. It's called Groove On, and it's about finding your groove, keep going in life, don't give up, all that good stuff. It's funky. I like it. It's about all there is to say about it. Here's Groove On.
Got a tune.
1,
You better groove on and on, baby. That's right, you better turn up that song and make it go all night long, baby, till I can't get anymore. Well, don't get so down and out. You're just at the roundabout. Well, you're soon to be moving along, just singing a brand new song. Y'all singing a new song, just singing a new song. That's right, you better groove on and on, baby. Just turn up that song, turn it up and make it go all night long. Oh, till I can't get anymore. Just pack up everything and move somewhere they don't know you. Well, you and I, we're gonna get through if you just don't forget to groove. Just don't forget to groove, baby. Don't forget to groove. Oh, you better groove on and on. That's right now, baby. Turn up that song, turn it up, make it go all night long. Oh, till I can't get anymore. Till I can't get anymore. Alright. Till I can't get anymore. 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 Till I can't get anymore.
Thank you. Oh, looks like I got another one. Okay. This next one's one of my favorites. It's called The Sound of Everything. I wrote this one just about, honestly, it's that Tyler Childers universal sound. Basically, I really love that song, and I wanted something that was kind of like that and kind of was about the same stuff. So I wouldn't say it's anything ripping off, but it's definitely inspired by. Yeah, once Colby gets tuned up, we're going to rock it.
I've been low in the sea. You know I'm a getting by on a smoke air harmony. Pull myself together as the best as I can, Lord, to spare the music across the land. I heard you calling me out. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, baby? Don't you hear me calling? Well, I've been living on my own since I was 18, Lord. I kept on rolling. I think you know what I mean. I'm getting my wisdom from the songs that I sang, Lord. If I only knew what it all would bring, I swear, Lord, I heard you calling me out. Come on, baby. Don't you hear me calling you? Don't you hear me calling you? Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, you know it's true. That's the sound of everything. I'm still high on the mountain, and I'm still low in the sea. Yeah. I'm still getting by on the smoke and the harmony. Don't you know what I mean? Don't you know what I mean? Don't you know, no, I swear, Lord. I heard it calling me out. That's right. Oh, the sound of everything now. Don't you hear it calling you? Don't you hear it now? Well,
Hey, don't you dare go anywhere. We've got lots more music and conversation with Bedford. I just want to take a minute to remind listeners that Red Barn live streams, both tonight's and on any Wednesday, remain available online for you to view at your convenience. Our live video stream is available on the weku.org website, as is our audio stream. Compliments of WGAD.net in Central New York. Don't miss a single episode of our program, and be sure to tell your friends what it is that you like about Red Barn Radio. Tall Poppy String Band. Tall Poppy String Band. That's our group next week. They're three super talented traditional music players whose songs and sounds draw upon the deep well of American string band music. While some of their old-time sound may be familiar to many of you, a closer listen will reveal the band's playful curiosity. They play with pronouns and traditional bluegrass songs, challenge assumed roles of their instruments in unique ways, and all while chasing elusive downbeats from old source recordings. As they say, their music definitely shows how tradition is still being written. It makes me think of you guys here on the stage tonight, Bedford. Join fiddler George Jackson, Cameron DeWitt on banjo, and guitarist Mark Harris. That's next week on Red Barn Radio. Now let's get back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program with Bedford. We welcome you live on our social media platforms, broadcasting from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome back, Bedford.
This song is called Let You Go. It's just about letting people go and do what they want to do, you know. It's important to me that you know you are free. Little Todd Rundgren, sorry. Something like that. Anyways, Let You Go. Here we go. Me now, can't do it without you around, Lord. I've seen it in your eyes. I'm not gonna stop you now. 'Cause I'm not sure what you'll do, but just don't have a clue. Why am I so confused? At least I know I'm trying. Been waiting, sitting, wishing that you'd be around. So far, we've all been hidden by the dark. And when the sun is shining, I know we'll still be dancing. 'Cause I'm not sure where we'll go, but just hope it won't be long until you come home. But I might just have to let you go. I've been waiting, sitting, wishing that you'd be around. There is no way I can explain what I'm feeling right now. I've got to let you go through that door.
to let you go through that door to the open world in loving memory. I can't let you go. You're just some skin and bones, but I should let you know. I've been waiting, I've been wishing that we could stick
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And on with our regular scheduled programming. This next one is called Free, and it's got this little funky thing going on with it. There's nothing really particular special about it lyrically to me. I mean, I wrote it, but you know, a lot of people. Yeah, we'll dig into that into the interview a little bit. It'll be funnier in my head at least. This one's called Free, and it's got this funky little thing going on with it.
I was alone, I was terrified to say, baby, it's not my child, I'll find another way. But then it dawned on me that everything's alright, fine. So now I packed my bags and I left out, didn't warn ya. So now I'm found a life from Southern California. Never again would I have to feel this way about you. I don't care how much money I'm gonna spend. I got love, I know what I'm gonna win. I got soul, that's all that I ever need. Let you know that it feels good to be free. So now I'm stuck at work, I wonder all the reasons why. But honestly, I was too afraid to try. See, it's such a shame on a warm summer's day that the leaves decided not to say. That's just the way it's going to be. I don't care how much money I'm gonna spend. I got love and I know I'm gonna win. I got I don't care how much money am I gonna spend. I got love. I know I'm gonna win. I got soul. That's all I ever need. Let you know that I feel good, that I feel good, that I feel great. I don't care how much money I'm gonna spend. 'Cause I got a love. I know I'm gonna win. I got soul. That's all that I ever need. Let you know that it feels good to be free.
Thank you. Oh, I thought he was going to do it at the same time again.
Well, this next one's a tune I wrote called Troubled. Played a lot in church for a while, went to church for a while, was involved in church for a while. But this is a song kind of about that story in my life, that season of my life. And it goes like this.
They told me to come to church. They said, go to school, don't misbehave. Now learn by the rules, cause you're troubled. They told me I'm troubled. They said, forget your past, cause no one here cares. He gave you life, you don't get to be scared. Now you're troubled. They said that I'm troubled. Oh, they said, well, bless your soul, your wicked bones won't find their home, and the Lord alone. No, 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 you're just a troubled soul. They said, so you've been an addict, baby, you've been abused. Well, don't worry, dear, there's a hope for you if you're troubled. You can always come back home. But remember, there's no use in prayers unless you're truly devout. Cause God don't help no heathen, there ain't no handout. If you're troubled, you better pay your dues. I said to who? Oh, well, bless your soul, your wicked bones find their home, and the Lord alone. No, no, you're a troubled soul, just another troubled soul. But I said, preacher, I see so much pain in the world today, and you're saying that God won't turn me away. If it's true, then why am I troubled and blue? Tell me the truth, tell it to me. God bless your soul. He said, our wicked bones will find their home, and the Lord alone. Now I know you're just a troubled soul. Troubled soul. to pay your tithes and wear your best when you come through the door. 'Cause now we won't let you in if you look like you're poor. I said, so where you gonna go, Mary? I said, now where you gonna go, Mary? I said, where you gonna go, Mary? I said, where you gonna go, Mary? You got your baby, it's just you and Joseph all alone in the world. But nobody's gonna let you in. Nobody's gonna let you in, not today, no. We're all far too selfish, far too greedy. They're gonna wanna feed, 'cause there ain't nothing for free. I don't know where you're gonna go, Mary. I don't know where you're gonna go. I don't know where you're gonna go. They'll probably tell you you're a troubled soul. You gonna go, Mary? That's what they're gonna say. Where you gonna go? They won't let you in. You don't get the money. Where you gonna go? They don't gonna let you in. Yeah. Not today. I don't know, Mary. So where you gonna go, Mary? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go, Mary? I said now, where you gonna go, Mary? I said now, where you gonna go?
All right. Hey, we're with Bedford on Red Barn Radio tonight. Bedford's from Mount Sterling, Kentucky, which is about from Lexington's about a third of the way to West Virginia on 64, and then and then you all mentioned Moorhead too. Maybe we'll come back to that. But I was wanting to know if you guys could talk a little bit about the writing piece for your band. Colby, you mentioned a tune that you wrote just a couple tunes ago, and then Tristan, that last tune is yours. Can you? I have to listen to that tune a few more times to hear what's going on in it. What's that song about?
Well, so I was on Facebook one day and I saw a post that was like, most churches wouldn't let Mary in, like, or most Christians today wouldn't let Mary, like, if they had the barn that Mary was looking for to have the baby, they wouldn't let her in.
Like no room in the end.
There's no room.
Yeah,
Most
right.
people today, and I thought that was very interesting, and that's kind of what the song is all leading to, was like, where are you going to go now? You know, if Mary was trying to have Jesus today, I mean, good luck. I don't know very many people that would let a stranger in to have a baby in their barn, you know, like. So, I don't know. That was just an interesting. I don't really go to church much anymore. I don't really have anything to say about that. It's just,
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, you know what? That's a song. Boom.
yeah.
It was an observation. That's right.
But it's a good one and an astute one, and so what about you, Colby Swinney? You were talking earlier on. You said when you were talking about the tune called "Free," you said I don't know, the song doesn't really mean much, the lyric doesn't mean much. But he said, on the other hand, and we'll talk about that in the interview. What's going on in "Free"?
It's kind of like this kind of like adage to like moving on out of a bad situation. You know, it's like let me rack my brain real quick for the best way to say it. It's like it's you know, it's kind of like bad for you, and like you're looking at it, it's like, you know, it doesn't, you know, matter what's going on. You know, I got to do good for me, you know, kind of thing. It's like it's kind of a self-love kind of thing.
Nice.
Basically, that's a very convoluted way of saying it. But that's me.
All right, yeah. I'll tell you, there's a lot to like about what you guys have going on up here. We haven't talked about the vocal element. Your vocal piece is super strong, and I kind of wonder what kind of feedback you guys get on that. What do people say?
People like it.
Some pretty good feedback. Yeah, people like it.
People like it.
I think
okay,
people
we're
like
probably
the-
downplaying it at but
The 4 harmony thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, the more harmonies you can have, the better.
We looked up to the Eagles a lot in our
Hmm.
early
Oh.
years in college.
Uh-huh.
When we used to play mostly covers for every gig, we played probably like 5 Eagles songs at one point. Like that's a lot for us for one, like 5 of one band. So we got pretty obsessed with them at one point
I
and
think it's
just
also just like
dove straight in.
the fact that we used to all write songs for Sam, you know, because nobody else could sing.
Yeah.
And it was like, at one point we just were like, you know what, I'm gonna sing the song I wrote, you know, because Sam still writes songs, and he's still actually like Matter of Time. I wrote that one, and that's Sam singing it because I can't hit the crazy high notes, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like, but if it's in my range, then I'm gonna try to sing it. But that's a recent thing. That's like probably the last year that we've all started singing.
Okay.
Write songs for each other
Yeah.
rather than just for
Yeah.
yourself.
I love
We've
that.
Started. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. And I mean, you all have really strong voices, great pitch.
Thank you.
You hear harmony, and you know, I'm hearing you all do sort of vocal exercises before you started, which is excellent. You're taking care of your voices, I
Trying to.
trust, because you should. You don't want to lose that. I mean, that's a big part of your sound, and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful piece that you guys add to this music.
Thank
know.
you.
It's great.
Thank you.
We work mostly. We work on our vocals a lot.
Yeah.
Like during practice.
It
So
shows.
Thank you for saying that. Thanks.
Yeah, it shows. I couldn't help but you're deep into your singing. You know, I see it in the way you move, in the way you feel things. I was hearing a lot of different vocal influences in the last tune you wrote. I heard Al Green.
Mhm.
You like Al Green?
I like Al Green. Right now, I'm late for the past 2 years. I've been on like just a massive Stevie Wonder kick, and then about a year ago, I discovered who Donny Hathaway was, and so like metaphorically, it went downhill from there.
You're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, because
here.
when I was like getting comfortable with that stuff, I was like, oh yeah, I feel good. And then I listened to Donny, I go, no, I don't feel good. No, but it's I'm really huge into all the the 60s, 70s soul kind of movements
Yeah.
that were going on in every variety. It's a really broad kind of genre essentially. It encompasses blues and jazz at the same time.
Yeah.
But I just became absolutely obsessed with it, and I was like, let's see if when I first heard Talking Book by Stevie Wonder, I was like, let's see if we can do it. I mean, I don't think so, but after a few months, I was able to get one rundown.
You have any vocal training in your past?
I took one vocal class in college, but it was really just learning how to do. It was really just learning how to do. No. That was just a lesson. No.
Was this at Moorhead?
Yeah, this was at Moorhead. I basically took a vocal class, but I didn't do any singing. It was mostly just me learning how to identify. Yeah, that's what it was. Identify notes by using a guitar, essentially, and then if I could learn, what I was trying to sing on the guitar, and then I just sat there and matched the pitches with my voice, I was able to, start constructing it. So basically, yeah, it was a huge help.
Yeah.
But
So-
it wasn't like this traditional, doing like opera kind of thing.
Yeah, sure, I get it.
Yeah.
But you learned a little bit about the tool and
Yes.
how to use it properly and breathing and some sort of fundamental
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, and that was something that was just touched on. But I started looking into my own after I had went through the class. I was like, what are these other ways to warm up all the muscles that are involved in singing?
Yeah, right. Very neat. And we talked about Moorhead earlier. Moorhead State in Moorhead, Kentucky, they have a terrific music program, a really sort of a little gem there in eastern Kentucky. How many of you up here on the stage had some touch with Moorhead State in the music program there? So
All of us.
Oh, all of you. All right, good. Did you do? Were you in their sort of jazz
They had
program, or
they had a music program which was pretty much how to like play in a rock band.
It was
Yeah,
rock band.
It was
Yes.
Rock Band
So
101.
I got
It's
to
called
Moorhead.
commercial music.
I got to
though.
Moorhead a year before you all, and this program didn't exist, so there was just the jazz program, and I was taking guitar lessons at that time, and I mean I basically almost failed out of college because I was a chemistry and math major, and I am not a chemistry or math person, but you know, and I'll give a shout out to the professor Glenn Ginn.
Yeah, baby.
He told me, he's like, I'm drawing up this program. It's called the commercial music program, and basically it's a rock degree. You know, it's learning popular songs, you know, all throughout various decades, and basically just getting a broader range rather than deep diving into, you know, just jazz or just classical or, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But that is how I met them. So we'll circle back
yeah.
to that. That's how I met them, because we all went into commercial music at the same time, and I didn't know them at all.
And in the commercial music program, do you guys also learn? Is there a strong sort of performance,
Oh yeah.
and showmanship element to it?
When we were in it, the showmanship thing was we worked all semester to do one show. Like it was a themed show. So say like, what was our first one? Was it Southern Rock?
First one
Yeah, our
was
our first one-
Southbound, a tribute to Southern Rock.
Yeah, it was a tribute to Southern Rock. A lot of Leonard Skinner.
A lot of
A lot
dinner.
of
Getting some Marshall Tucker and
yeah,
some
Marshall
Outlaws.
Tucker, yeah,
Allman Brothers.
Yeah,
Jinx,
but
you owe me a soda.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But that's there was a big performance element in commercial music.
And what'd you learn in that class?
How to rock, baby.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. Like.
Honestly, I mean, we would just sit in a big classroom
About this size.
about this size
yeah.
and just play a whole bunch of tunes all day.
Like,
And you know, there was extra classes in the degree that taught you how to
I mean, you had music
mix
business
music.
classes.
They taught you generals of music business, like the general
Just the general
knowledge that you have to know to
know.
be able to gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Important stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean-
important if you want to be a lifelong musician.
Yes.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And so, I mean, so give me an example, something like performance related that the teacher might do. I mean, would he be going to Colby, like, that's a good point for you to flip your hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Does he do some of that? I mean, some of that
Um,
stuff?
Not,
do the hair
not,
flip?
not so much, you know. It's like it was kind of
They
hands
encouraged
off on that.
excitement.
It's like as long as you're digging what you're doing and into it and visually show that you're into it, you know, you're putting on a show. Put on a show. You know, you don't have to, go full crazy, do front flips and everything. It's cool if you
Yeah,
can.
because you still have to get the notes right.
Yeah, you still got to get the notes right. So don't anything that throws you off too much. It can throw you off a little, but but it was kind of hands off a little bit. It's like letting people kind of. It was more of it was pointing out what not to do. You
Uh-huh.
know, is like don't stand like a statue. Just
Or don't stand in front of
Bob your
guitar
head.
players. Like, yeah.
yeah. Well, like positioning. If you're taking a solo,
Yeah.
step up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
step up and take your spot.
And if somebody's singing, back off. Let them. I mean,
Right,
whether
and
it's-
I want to say, well, duh, but you go out and watch bands, and it's clear that a lot of bands just don't have that fundamental training, and for some it's like, oh, that's kind of corny, but it's captivating.
It's
Right?
like one of those things you think it's I can't believe I have to say this kind of thing, which is occurring more and more often.
Uh-huh.
Like bleach, don't drink it.
For instance.
Tide Pods, don't eat them.
Wait, really?
Oh, I really thought he was being serious for a second.
Yeah, so you got, but you guys are unified. That which is what's really great is that you guys went through that program and had that experience together. So you guys are a shoe up on this. I mean, you come together as a band, and that's like a fundamental in your band. It's like to rock is not just to play. To rock is to perform and to show people that you're glad to be there, glad to be doing what you're doing, and I mean, it's just great. I mean, that's why it's such a joy to watch you guys and to listen to you.
And that degree was really good for, I know us us three, because before we were so awkward. Just
Yeah.
like standing there, just like we could play the most exciting song and just stand
It
there.
didn't come natural
Like,
to
yeah,
us.
it didn't really come natural. We have to think about it.
You gotta think,
Ma-
Sam,
maybe
we
not
started
anymore.
playing in church at a really early age, and that kind of, you don't do that in church. You do the opposite. I mean, you
Right.
worship, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Just-
it's not look at me. If anything, it's just like a hand up or something, you know? Like,
Yeah,
it's a different thing. Like, it's...
Yeah, you don't want to take away from the service.
Exactly. And then you had to learn how to do the opposite, which you are the service, you know? Like...
Right, it's not about the glorification of the musician. It's about the
No.
glorification of the
Yes.
the faith and the purpose of.
But it's
everyone
funny
being
how
there.
many similarities, like psychologically, there is between that and this, because we kind of tell ourselves the same thing. I mean, I don't need to play 30-second notes all the time in this band, just like I wouldn't do it in church. Not I'm serving, I'm serving the band. It's still like,
Serving the song.
I do think music is about serving something, like whether it be God or the song or whatever, like it does feel like you're giving something to something. I don't know what that means, but that's
That
what it
means a
feels
lot,
like to
yeah.
me.
Yeah, it means a lot. Well, Bedford, it's been great talking with you guys, and the music has been terrific. I'm glad it's not over, and so I'd say let's get back to some music with Bedford.
Absolutely.
All right, Red Barn Radio.
All right. This next song we're gonna play is Tristan's gonna sing it.
That's right.
Tell him what it's about, buddy.
It's about a real uncle of mine named Gary Johnson. He was a lawyer, cool dude, loved him to death, and he had 1,000 billion trillion stories, kind of like that movie Big Fish. And this was one, wasn't necessarily a story, but I'll just simple it down. Real uncle, fake story, put it that way, because I'm not ratting on anybody. This is a murder ballad, and I'm not ratting. I'm not a snitch. I ain't snitching. Anyway, it goes like this. You know, my uncle used to tell me a story about the days before I was born. There was a deputy sheriff that he'd worked for in the eastern county of Floyd. That sheriff, he had him a hound dog. Lord, there wasn't any sent too far. But just like the dogs on hind legs, it was the same with a Willie R. Yes, it was. He said that Willie was driving that whole train. He was selling cheap pills and cocaine. With my Uncle Laz, Willie's a tiny. You know he always walked free of the blame. My uncle only owed him a favor, so he cried to the moon and the stars. He said, shine me a light, I'm deep in the valley of that mean old Willie R. So when it was time to pay his dues to the snake named Willie R., my uncle helped him collect on another man's debt. He said his life could not be spared. So in the middle of the night they went searching. He said they looked till the break of dawn. But by morning light they found that man, 'cause Willie always brought that dog. Yes, he did.
said, relax, Will, your money is coming. Sheriff, what's that gun in your hand for? He said his son's gonna make his bed with the devil right on his side. So if you kindly move to the left, man, I am here to take his life. So with the money that was owed in his left hand, and the son's own hand in his right, that man rose so fast, me Willie, over to beg him to spare his life. Well, my uncle, he was called with a sigh. I could see the pain in his eyes. He was told to grab all he could carry, but to leave 3 bodies behind. Well, now leave 3 bodies behind. Oh, leave 3 bodies behind. No, 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 no. You better do what you oughta, Willie. I said you better do what you oughta, Willie. That's right. You better do what you oughta, Willie. Oh, do what you oughta, Willie. You better do what you oughta. That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. Can we get the monitors on? Yeah. It's all good. All right. Yeah, thank you all again so much. Keep on moving on and moving on and moving on. This next one is called Let It Shine. It was written, it's one of the numbers written near the pandemic. Because I believe that everybody inside of them has this little bitty light inside, just deep down, deep down. And when the going gets rough and the times get hard, you just got to look into that, look for that light, pull it out and let it shine, and it will get you through. Cities of stone with the castles that made of sand. They've got you thinking that some things ain't meant to end. At the time the north wind blows, knocked you right into the ground. Just got to pick yourself up and get out of lost and found. But I am blinded, I see
medicine. Don't you think it's time that we all made a stand? All the folks that have come and gone, gone way too soon. If we get out together now, we can make it to the moon. But I am blinded. I see. I am wounded. All of my sin can't carry me. I am loser. Oh. If you pull out your line, gotta let it show. Yeah, you gotta let it shine. Cities on with the councils of medicine. So long ago now, I don't think they ever caught the weekend. Thumbing up the East Coast and getting down with an Alabama band. We got it together now, and we're gonna make it with all we can. I am blinded. I can see. I am wounded. Ball at my speed, carry me. I am loser of my mind. Mind all the time. If you pull out the line, you gotta let it show. Oh, no. Yeah, you gotta let it shine. Thank you so much. What? Oh, that's my hair. Got a bug on my face.
This next song is one off of our album Content. It's called Bone Orchard, which is another word for graveyard, which is why we wrote this song. It's pretty much about nothing but hanging out in a graveyard, which we've never done.
No, never, never. There's a place that I know where the prone bodies go, and the crows croak and cry with the crones. And if you go it alone. Twist a dream for your soul, for you'll never return from Bone Orchard Road. coffin nails home. Just before you could smell the burning man's ashes, I peeked in and I saw myself laying down in a casket. It's gone on to blue. Never come to collect his dues. It's gone on to blue. Got only your soul to lose. What could lead a man such as I to fall for a trap that was laid in the skies? I bet that his cabin's head was meant to die. At the fork in the road, I took the path the wise men foretold. What could be the death of me? Left me in the muck and the cold. It's born on to blue. Wood butcher's door I lie. It's born on to blues. Whoa, and I can hear my mama crying. What butcher's door I lie. Going on to blues. Whoa, I can hear my mama crying.
All right. Well, there are so many people to thank for our program. First, Bedford, our guest on tonight's program. We are so glad you guys could be with us. Ever grateful for our volunteers and staff, of course, who make our production happen so beautifully each week. We want to thank all of you. And we want to thank all of you listeners for being here for our webcast, watching us on social media, and those listening to us on the network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Now, I would guess that all of you would love to hear something else from Bedford before they say goodnight. Let's give them back one more tune.
One more.
Yeah.
Again, thank you all so much for having us on. Huge thanks to Red Barn and all the things they do for the state of Kentucky's music scene and everything. Just a side note, you know, that it's kind of like the rite of passage for a lot of just amazing musicians to come through is coming on Red Barn. So it's been a dream for us for a couple years now. We're finally getting to do it.
Thank you.
Well, then with probably actually one of the only slow songs that we have. It's not like a boring slow song. We're anything but boring. This one's called Song for a Friend. And it goes like this. The sun don't shine on my old Kentucky home ever since you left me cold and alone. I've got nothing left but warm memories that carry me through and to keep me company. You got no shame, Lord, can't you forgive my pain? I'd come back to see you again. My spirit is broke and my loving is breaking. I come back to see you again. Misery loves a company. Your love is a fire, and it burns like hell. Oh, can't you see the road is cut off at the end? Now you're singing a song for a friend. Summer breeze, I feel so free. Just wanna love, but I lost my key. Looking on to the sunrise. Who lost the love of in your eyes? I ain't never gonna stop. Oh, baby, I won't be afraid. Still love and getting caught. Oh, baby, I just love your way. The winds of change blowing me away. Lord, I can't say on the same. Oh, yeah. I come back to see you again.
Thank y'all so much.
Well, that's all for our show for this week. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. You can also listen to archive performances on Patreon, Spotify, and iTunes. Remember, folks, every like, comment, share, and subscribe helps bring Roots Music Southern Style to your neck of the woods. And finally, this, if any of our featured artists are performing in your area, get out and hear them live. They need you now more than ever. From all of us here at Red Barn Radio now to all of our friends worldwide, keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.